So small, a phrase Lord Howe loves to say constantly. He goes against opponents who do not know any better of their situation that they put themselves into. He says this because they are unaware of their own existence between themselves and him as well. So he says that phrase, probably for other reasons as well, but that's one of the main reasons I myself seem to find. He goes against Monto's father's brigade and easily wipes them out. Missiles, guns, warships, nothing can stop him. He has transcended all of this. He has spent over 900 years of training and some years of suffering. Because of this, he is well prepared for everything. He has gathered knowledge around the world. He has followers around the world. Because of this, he knows what to do and how to do it. And he destroys them so easily. Even the two mercenaries, the hired guns, were easily defeated. Even one of the X-Laws that were on his side, the Monta's father's side, the guy who carried Azazel, Hans himself, Hansel, I think his name was Hansel, yeah. He was a sniper, and he was such a powerful angel, you thought these two would be in the Shaman fight, but they had their own reasons of not being in the Shaman fight. One does it because he believes he saw the man falling from grace. The other one wants to have lots of money and to have a boyfriend. And they both easily died without even trying. Well, they tried their best, but that wasn't enough. And they were both more than likely experts in their field. But nonetheless, they could not really withstand against the amazing power that is Lord Howe in his final form of his spirit of fire, the Black Raven, showing how dominant he truly is. Nothing can be done about it, of course. These are just facts, I'm afraid. Now, about the two mercenaries. Well, yeah, the two hired guns. Like I said before, these two will have their own spinoff. That's right, they're dead, but they'll have their own spinoff. That's all I'm going to say. They have their own spinoff. It's actually one of my most favorite spinoffs because it just feels different. You know, having a manga series that's nowhere near two main characters, but yet they have their own role to play, which is very interesting. But then again, for spoiler's sake, that's all I'm going to say. They have their own spin-offs. Now that being said, after seeing the display that Lord Sama has put upon them, they now realize there's no way they can beat them. There's no way they can beat Lord Howe. They have to throw in the towel, give up on the Shaman fight, but not the fight itself. Because the fight themselves to defeat Howe was never to win the Shaman fight, but to find a way to stop him from doing what he needs to do. And to do that, they must find an alternate way. Go to the continent of Mu, and by going there, they must find out how to defeat Howe, even if they do get him, even if they do get these elemental spirits that they need to complete their forms. What can they do? And what stands between them is Howe's almost right-hand man, and he fights against Marco. And they have a very, of course, a lecture, a talk, a philosophy of their own justice, you know. And he shows them why. Lucius shows them why that he betrayed them. It's because he saw a different kind of justice, a justice that he himself was more right about. Which is interesting. That happens sometimes. We have this way of thinking, this ideals, these beliefs, till one day we'll find someone who might change our minds, you know, or an event that might change our minds as well. You know, these things happen. You're like, wow, I never thought about it that way. Maybe I was wrong, and maybe this is the true way. You know, with Lord Howe saw the world in a different way. Someone who's lived for a long time and showing a different kind of justice, showing how the world is twisted. The world is being controlled by the weak, and because of that, the world is dying. Instead of it being to the strong, where sure there will be sacrifices, but the world and people will be able to survive, even if it's to a condition you yourself do not like. because you're not used to this condition. You don't want it because you probably believe you'll get the short end of the stick. So that's up for debate. But Marco's sense of justice was not the one he saw before, but instead it was love. See, Lucius' transcends of difference happened when he fought Lord Howe and lost, but was given mercy, and he saw his new kind of justice. Marco saw his new kind of justice when the truth was revealed to everyone and to show who Lady Jane was, and he was about to off himself. But the mercy of Lady Jane showed him otherwise, and he saw his justice, which was love. And because of that, he believes one way to defeat Lord Howe is by the power of love. Show him what it means to be human again, what it means to love again, but how you find love within someone who has such unforgiving vengeance inside them for what has happened to him and those he loves as well. Someone who seems not to have nothing left to lose. So that is itself is very interesting. So we have to find a way to give him love. Pretty much that's the thing. People think, oh, that's bullshit, but you'll be surprised. Sometimes people are different. Sometimes people love their entire lives. They grow up to be monsters. Some people aren't loved. They grow up to be kind people. It all depends on the events and situations each individual is given in life. That's what I believe, anyways. So after the loss of Marco, which they show the fights fully in the anime, which they didn't show in the manga, as I recall. They didn't show the fight in the manga. So there's that. Now, even though they finally made inside the content of Mu, I believe they have to fight all the patch members. All the patch officials they must fight in order to get to Lord Howe. But before they can get to him, they gotta find a way to serve their Furoku and conserve themselves. Even though they do have two healers on their team, Lady Jane and Faust. The question is, how long can they last without any corporation of themselves? We'll have to wait and see. They're also on a time limit. The only way for Lord Howe to get the Great Spirit is to go to the Shaman King Shrine, and there he will become one with the Great Spirit. So they're on a ticking time clock right now. So I can't wait to see what happens next. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been the Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.